for the call.
Okay, this is on, thank you. And July isn't over, so she's not stopping there. You understand that, right? 21 coaches. Here you go.
5-star coach.
Thank you. I'm shaking. I was on the road trip with Jimmy Nelson back in January. I think it was January 17th. I was one of the 3 passengers, and that day changed everything for me. So I want to give you something really concrete so that you can actually take home not just a philosophy, which is everything with the self-development that has completely transformed my life, but we went to listen to Brian Tracy, and I also went because someone asked me to please go. And I was like, oh, but it's $100 and then the hotel, so I went. But I went because I said I would go. And the tip that Brian Tracy gave from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it was exhausting, came around 4 o'clock. And the tip was, wait, before that, before I tell you the tip, how many people here, and let's make this a little interactive, find it difficult to close the deal? Okay, me too. The day I put this into practice, I would say 85% of the people that I speak to say yes, and everything has changed. The tip is, ready? Yes. Ask for what you want. That simple. What do you want the outcome to be? Duh. Right? No, seriously, that simple. So I'll give you 3 examples and 3 tips that you can take with you. Very, very concrete. For those of you who may be starting out, you may be thinking like, oh, okay, I don't want to recruit coaches yet. I just want to share the product, share Shakeology, share P90X. A friend called me yesterday who's not on my team, but we're all on the same team, and she's like, Barbie, I really need to speak to you. You know, I'm just so frustrated. I'm getting to the point of quitting because people keep emailing me and asking me for help. How did you do this with the meal plan? How did you do this? How do you get the abs? How do you do this? How do you do that? But then I never make them my customer. What am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm doing everything. I'm like, are you following the game plan? And she's like, yeah, everything. And then it clicked because it was familiar because I had been there. And I said, are you asking them to be your customers? She's like, oh. She wasn't. So she was doing all the steps, talking to 2 people a day, using third-party tools, following up, and then letting them go. So ask for what you want. And if they have a coach, great. Then make sure you go to your coach so that person can help you so that you can focus on your customers. Okay? The second example is I was signing up sponsoring coaches since January, and this actually only clicked for me maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it clicked because my personally sponsored coach is Josh Spencer. He's #1 on the US leaderboard for Shakeology, and he said every time that he sponsors a coach, he asks them to sign up for Shakeology. And he basically said, if you don't, you're doing them a disservice. It's your problem if you think it's too expensive. Because we bring that to the table. That's our own issue. It's not their issue. It's not my place to determine that you can or can't afford Shakeology. It's an amazing product that is changing lives. And if somebody becomes a coach, that is the #1 selling product in the market. That is what is driving your business. It's residual income, right? P90X, one time you get $30. Shakeology, you get $30 every time, every month with every customer. So every time I sign up a coach now, I say, this is the diamond pack. And I know, I mean, $699 may be a lot of money for some people, right? For a lot of people. But I say, so I show them the diamond pack. It's amazing. But if you don't get that, at the very minimum, you should get the Shakeology starter pack. At the very minimum. So I'm not saying, oh, you know, if you want, ask for what you want. Get the Shakeology starter pack so you can use them as samples. You need to be a product of the product. And then the third tip or example, and this is really what has just made my income quadruple since maybe 3 times, triple, since January, has been asking people to sign up to be a coach. I would love for you to join my team. I'm looking at Kelly, but I would love for you to join my team. If I have coaches here, did I tell you to take the leap? I know I have, right? I've actually asked my coaches, like, there you are. I was like, where's Natalie? I told you, I'm like, trust me, this is amazing because it's a relationship business, right? So trust me, take the leap. I want you to be a part of my team. We rock. And I am going to help you make this whatever you want it to be. And that was what was missing in my business before. I was working the game plan, I was talking to people, I was so excited. Coaching has changed my life. I've lost 30-something pounds, I went down to 12% body fat, I won $10,000, my income has tripled. But then I wasn't telling people, like, join me in this adventure. So now, when I talk to people, I just flat out ask them, I actually use those words, take the leap. I mean, how exciting is that? That's it. Ask for what you want, and if they say no, MJ Durkin, who spoke about that, right? He's been saying you can just close the file if they say no. And now I've learned to close the file, and if they're maybes, then I'll work with them a little bit until I get tired and I move on. I close the file, then I move on, because it's a big, big, big world. And there are so many yeses out there that are waiting for you. So just ask for what you want. The universe is going to give it to you. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so what?